The police state ends with me, and we've made it one more day. A new Facebook page I've created is facebook.com/the police state ends with me. I'll put it in the description below so you can click on it as well. I just thought it would be a good thing to do that. So today I'll be answering another question I received. The question is, don't you know no one cares? So we'll ignore the fact that if the person asking the question didn't really care, she or he would not have taken the time to watch a video or send me a question in the first place. It's rare for people that couldn't care less about a topic to take the time to actually contact someone about it. So the question remains, don't I know no one cares? Well, I think there are some that care about the police state and the resulting elimination of our civil rights and freedoms. However, I do think there are a majority of people in this country that don't care. That is how things have gotten so bad with the police state. If people cared, it likely would not have happened, at least not so easily. I've said it before that apathy is dangerous. It is. Apathy is very dangerous. I have a goal here of documentation, not of pulling caring and feelings out of people. I'd like for it to be well documented how and why my experience with the Bartlesville, Oklahoma police state occurred and the results. As I've said before, I'm not looking for your approval or disapproval. I'm not teaching you or asking you for advice. All that still remains. It's easy not to care about someone when they are at a distance and you see them as banished, basically. That is something the police state counts on. They single us out. Let everyone know that if you hang around this guy, you'll have a problem with the police. You'll have the police on you just like he does. That is why the Bartlesville police closed off my entire neighborhood and told my neighbors about it as they detained me in my driveway to make sure the people around me banished me as a neighbor. They were playing a political police state game of making me look like a crazed criminal when I'm not, so that people will stay away from me and there's less risk of the police looking bad in what they did. The police state wants you to lose all family, friends, even neighbors, to be afraid to talk to you because, hey, they don't want any trouble from the police state like you got. I mean, that is part of what they do. That's why they go to the media and do press releases and push the media to say, this guy's a criminal, when they haven't even done, have not done anything. And of course, innocent until proven guilty doesn't count to the media and the police. This is something every police state in history has done, created an us against them and singled out people until they achieved their goals. If you look at history, every police state has done it. That's what this police state does. You can go out to any media site. One I look at all the time is Tulsa World, and there's constantly so-and-so is arrested for doing such and such. Remember, the United States of America, we don't just pull people off the street and throw them in jail and say they're guilty. They're innocent until proven guilty. But if you read the comments below, everyone that writes just about is just basically saying, oh, this is an evil person. Well, you've just ruined their lives just by making that post. That's why the police go to the media, so that they can say the person's guilty even when they're not. That's the police state. The media going along with it just shows that the media really isn't doing reporting. They're just an arm of the government now. It's an old tactic. Cut people out from the group, single them out, and destroy them. Works well, especially when people are scared to death of the police state. So don't I know no one cares? Yes, I know that many and most don't. Some do. But like I keep saying, I'm not asking for anything. I believe it is time for each individual to stand up and say no more. Not to wait for someone else to do it, not to plan a march or protest. It is going to take each person willing to do it, as they are singled out by the police, because that is the police state's main tactic, is to single you out. They do it because large groups of protesters with media coverage are far more difficult to destroy than one person at a time singled out. So even if you do, I'm not saying don't protest, and I'm not saying don't march. I think that's great. Go ahead and do that if that's what you want to do, but I am saying that you have to go beyond that. Because they're going to single you out eventually, and if you can't stand up singled out, it'll never change. So, if you don't care, then just jog on. If you do care, thank you. Either way, I got this. The police state ends with me. And with that said, I'll see you tomorrow.